Shake on It by its_Kingston on AO3. Episode 4, Chapter 4. Luz looked at the cozy cottage her Aunt Eda lived in as she entered the small clearing near the forest edge. She'd been staying with Eda for the duration of the school year, since her mom didn't want her to stay alone. Luz saw Eda's 2 pets as she approached the house. Well, 3. One being a wild owl Eda called Albert, who wasn't actually her pet. She also had a small, black, fuzzy dog named King, who would walk around you until you picked him up and pet him. The other being an oddly annoying, brown, feathered owl called Hooty. Despite being unable to speak, he hooted at you if you didn't talk. Eda sat on the front porch with them, cradling King in her arm as Hooty, who was perched on the back of her wooden rocking chair. Albert was nowhere to be seen. "Hey, kiddo," Eda greeted from her spot on the porch. Her sudden yell startled King awake, causing him to jump out of Eda's lap and run to Luz. "Hey, Eda," Luz said back, mustering a small wave. Between the tiredness from a new school and the sinking feeling she had made a life-changing bet with Minty Fresh, Luz was done with the day. She'd rather curled up in bed and watch cartoons reruns than worry about the next 2 weeks and how it would be worryingly large amount of studying and caffeine. "Whoa, hey, are you okay, kiddo?" It asked, getting up to put an arm around Luz's shoulder, not sure if she would collapse soon. Even King and Hooty keep their distance, not bothering or annoying her. "Yeah, just..." Luz began to speak, but she realized that if she told Eda about the bet, she would be worried sick, and that was the last thing Luz wanted. Eda was helping her enough as it is, giving her food and a place to sleep for the next few years. She wasn't going to do anything to inconvenience Eda further. The stress of transferring to a new school got to me a little bit. I made some new friends though, and everyone's so nice, so I'll be okay. Luz assured her, giving her her best smile despite how tired and panicked she was. "Oh, okay. Just remember you could talk to me about anything, you know?" Eda said. Luz sounded suspicious. She seemed to know it was a lie, but luckily for Luz, she didn't push further, wanting to give the young girl privacy. "Thanks, Eda," Luz said before walking into the house, softly shutting the door behind her. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, Luz followed the same schedule. Wake up for school, use all free time she had there to study, before coming back to Eda's place and quickly choking down a meal before locking herself in a room to study into the early hours of the morning. To say she was getting a full 5 hours of sleep at night was a stretch. Luz was becoming increasingly stressed and easily frustrated the more time passed. Realizing how much information she had to memorize and how little time she had to do it, Willow, Gus, and Eda became worried about her after a few days of this happening. And though the constant reassurances, Luz convinced Willow and Gus to stop worrying about her, instead she got the pair to focus on their upcoming test, Eda was still worried about her niece. Locking herself in the room all afternoon was incredibly out of character for the normally sociable Luz. Though Luz assured Eda she was just doing some extra studying for exams, Eda knew that there was more that Luz wasn't telling her. On the 6th of the 14 days before exam begun, Eda waited in Luz's room for her to arrive. "Kid, spill it," was all Eda said as Luz opened her bedroom door, surprised to see her aunt waiting. "What do you mean?" Luz replied, genuinely confused about the question she was asked. "Exams aren't exactly the only thing on your mind. I know you've been worried about them, Luz," Eda explained, her voice laced with concern and an expression to match. "You really can't be serious now. You never call me by name," Luz joked, trying to take the heat off of her. "Yeah, and you need to be too. I'm worried about you, so tell me what's going on. I've looked over it for almost a week now. That's more than enough time wasted." Eda sounded frustrated now, but it was hard to tell if she was upset with herself or Luz. "I only hid it so Eda wouldn't worry, but I done the opposite. I only made her worry more by keeping secrets." The thought Luz had been ignoring flooded her head all at once. dragging her attention around, bouncing from one precise thought to the next. I made a bet with Amity Blight. If I don't beat her in exams... Luz took a deep breath before pushing out the rest of her sentence. I'll be kicked out of Hexside. She closed her eyes, ready to be scolded for her terrible decision, but only felt arms wrap around her in a caging embrace. Kid. Eda was unsure what to say. Sure, it was a stupid mistake, but Luz probably had good intentions. Don't worry, you can do it, was all Eda could say in the moment, unable to put her thoughts together as she processed what she had been hiding from her. Thanks. Eda heard Luz sniffle, tears that had been building up and pushing back beyond to flow, a stream falling from her face as she pushed herself tighter into an aunt's embrace. The pair sat on Luz's bedroom floor, tightly hugging for what felt like a millennia. Checking the clock, it was closer to 20 minutes. Wiping the remaining tears from her cheek, Luz began to stand up. Thank you, really, Luz said, walking to her desk and sitting down in an old swivel chair. I know you can do it, kid. I'll always be here if you need to talk. Don't push yourself too hard, though. Take breaks, Eda said, her voice stern but caring. Luz strapped in for another study session, doing as Eda advised. She went slow and took breaks, which ended up helping her focus more and stress less. Using this strategy for the remaining 8 days helped her study much more material than she thought she'd be able to. Then, it was finally time. Luz woke up on the morning of exams, ready to win or go down trying. All right, okay. I am in love so far. Okay, I like that chapter. I feel like we could have spent a little more time with interactions with Luz being stressed and all that stuff, but I understand why one would want to skip that and stuff. Personally, I would love to see it a little more, but again. Anyways, Kingston, that's not to say that your writing isn't good. I like your story so far, and I cannot wait. Obviously, this is like not even halfway through the story, so Luz can't lose this bit, right? She's gonna win, right? Like, she's gonna... Right? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, it's been a while, but I know who Hooty is. Who's Albert? I don't remember an Albert. Who's Albert? Kingston, explain. I'm trying to just sit down and, record as much as I can for like a couple hours before I have to sit over there by my floor and wrap a bunch of presents. Because it is that time of year yet again. I actually got my family 3 presents this year. Actually last year I wasn't even able to get my siblings presents, unfortunately, so it was just my parents. But this year I have presents for my siblings and for my parents. So I have 3 for each. I'm not gonna say it because I know one of them sometimes tunes in, and also I'm not saying that because I don't want that to be out there and them finding out or whatever, but I have presents for them, and I even have presents for extended family. So my uncles, they're getting presents. My uncles and aunts, they're getting presents, not like individual, like their whole family. Like, I'm not getting presents for my uncle, his wife, and his 2 kids, but I'm giving them a present as a family present kind of thing, where like you give a present, but it's to the whole family kind of thing, right? So each of those presents are to serve the family and stuff, and things that I think would enjoy. Except my grandma's presents. My grandma's present is very much just my grandma's present. And the present for my grandpa is, well, you know, have a very happy grandma. A very happy wife. Happy wife, happy life. I'm probably gonna put that in the note too. Happy wife, happy life. But I can't wait to wrap all that stuff. My hands are gonna be... How many presents is that? Now that I think about it. Hold up. If it's 3 times 5, that's already a lot. Oh my god, hold up. 3 times 5 plus 4. I have to wrap 19 presents. Holy hell. No, actually 20. 20. Because I also have the present for my, for Echo Bro, since his birthday is coming up. His birthday is the 11th of December. So his birthday's coming up and I need to wrap that up too. So no, yeah, I have to wrap 20 presents. I'm so excited. Most of the presents I got it from money working out my job that I had for like a little bit, and also money that I get here from YouTube. And I'm so excited to be able to actually give them full presents and stuff. Normally, I'm only able to get one family member or two family members presents. So, like last year, I only gave my parents presents, and it was a present that they could share. And the year before that, no, that was the year before that. Last year, it was I got my stepdad a shirt that said, "I don't know, ask mom," which I thought would be hilarious. And then I got my mom a nice little present. But like, I've never been able to like fully give them something big. And not to mention, I might be participating in either a white elephant or a secret Santa. I hope it's a white elephant because I'm not sure what I will do if it's a secret Santa, because some people I need to really think. If it's a secret Santa, I really hope I get a certain person, a certain list of people, of individuals that I know what to give them, because otherwise I have no idea what to do because I don't know what to give them, you know? But yeah, anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.